Aurora City leaders held a town hall meeting today, and the migrant gang controversy was not on the written agenda. Thanks for joining us today at 5 o'clock. I'm Marshall Zellinger. Former President Trump's name never came up this afternoon at that town hall with Aurora's mayor and police chief, but his rhetoric about a Venezuelan gang was front and center. Kevin Vaughn from our 9 News Investigates team joins us from Aurora. Kevin, how quickly did the subject of the Tren de Aragua gang come up, even though it wasn't on the agenda?
Marshall, Aurora's new police chief brought it up without even being asked about it, and it came up repeatedly. About 50 people crowded into a community room at Aurora's library. They heard about work in the city's schools, about development plans, and about the police department's need to hire more officers. But the conversation also returned several times to crime, specifically the assertion by Trump and others that a Venezuelan gang has taken over the city. Police Chief Todd Chamberlain, on the job about 2 months, and Mayor Mike Kaufman again pushed back on that narrative.
This city is not overrun by TDA. This city is not controlled by TDA. I'm going to stand up in front of you right now and say that is an incredibly false narrative. It is a narrative that is not validated or backed up by any statistics, any data, any information.
You know, it's a political environment right now. The truth lies somewhere in the middle. There's one side that says there's never been a problem. There's another side that says, yeah, the whole city's overrun.
There are about 10 days left until the election. I talked to Mayor Kaufman after this meeting. He said he's looking forward to the end of the campaign and all the focus on Aurora and this gang. Marshall?
Hang on. The mayor thinks that an election date is suddenly going to make no one talk about this anymore? Is that what I just heard?
I don't think it's no one will talk about it anymore, but it won't be daily stump speech fodder anymore, he's hoping.
One last thing. I heard the Aurora police chief talk about this being a false narrative. When former President Trump was here at the Gaylord, he had a photo opportunity that we're seeing photos of right now where he was standing side by side with former President Trump. Kevin, did he give any indication that while he was standing side by side with the person who came here to make false claims that the city was taken over by a Venezuelan gang, did he say, hey, I took that opportunity to tell him he was false?
Marshall, he did not say that. In fact, Trump's name never came up during this discussion. The talk was about this narrative, this false narrative that they're pushing back on. Trump's name was never mentioned.
Something you and I should probably follow up with the Aurora police chief about. Thank you for being out there, Kevin.